Welcome back to Crypto Gains for another video. I'm going to bring you another video on my road to becoming a millionaire series. And this is all about chart analysis, learning how to read the charts. This should be easy for everyone. Everyone that's just got into crypto now, people that have been into crypto for 3-4 years, because some people still don't understand it. It can be confusing to others. This is just going to be a clean, simple video tutorial and show you how to read these charts like a boss. If it sounds interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Make sure you check this series out. I've got loads of videos on them. Road to 1 million, it's fantastic. I showed you a basket of 10 cryptos in this portfolio from scratch, and showing you coins that I believe can seriously set us up to become, if you haven't already hit that millionaire goal, to become wealthy. And this is what this is about, trying to give you information that you can take with you on your journey and just set you up for greatness. So let's do this real quick. Quick recap on everything for those who are new. I said choose 10 coins, 2 blue chip, which we've got, which is Sandbox and Cardano, 3 mid-cap tokens, which is Moonbeam, Zilliqa, and Gala, and I said 5 low-cap gems, which is VRA, which is Veracity, I call it Verascla, AGIX, Singularity Net, GQ, which is Outer Ring, XCAD, which is X Academy, and Realm, a metaverse project. You can choose whichever coins that you like. If you want to follow this, make sure you go back to number 1 video. You don't want to miss out, because this is looking great right now and there's so much money that can be made, I personally believe, following this investment strategy. But I must say, this is not financial advice. Please do your further research into these coins before you invest your money. Let's learn how to read charts. We're going to use Bitcoin for this one. In my last chart video, I teach you about RSI and stochastic RSI indicators. They were powerful. Make sure you go back to the video before and check it out so you understand how to use the RSI and stochastic RSI. In this video, we're going to take a look at moving averages, because people use moving averages a lot. If you're a day trader, you use moving averages maybe on the 4 hourly, on the 1 hourly, and people use it to look for, trend reversals, support and resistances, all these kind of things. So I'm going to show you how they use it and how you can use it in your journey. Super clean, super simple. How do you set it up? Well, to start off, go to tradingview.com. Make sure you sign up. It's free. You don't need to, pay for an expensive account. Just use a free version. And once you've done that, you might come to a page that looks like this. If you do, click on products, or hover over products. Click the chart. Once you click on the chart, you'll have something that looks like this. Now, if you come on the top left, you can click on Bitcoin where it says BTC. I switch this to crypto, because you've got different tabs you can click. I always switch it to crypto, and then I type in Bitcoin, and I always use the Bitcoin stamp chart. This one here, so Bitstamp, because I just find it like it's got a lot of data that goes right back, right to 2012. So, and it's good to use this chart. And that's basically this chart that you see here. Now, when you load it up, you may not have no moving averages. You might just have something that looks like this. And you can set which time frame you want to look at it on. So if you want to look at it on the hourly, you can set it to the hourly. I use the weekly time frame. If you are an investor like me that's looking to buy now, sell later on when it goes up and make millions like a boss, then you want to be looking at the weekly time frame or the monthly time frame. You can look at the daily time frame as well, especially if you're looking to just make a bit of cash here and there. But I like to focus on these long-term time frames, because that's where we will make the majority of our money. First, let's find out how to find moving averages. You click on indicators, you search moving average, AV, look, it's already there. Moving average, and it says updated in green. You can click on that, tap it twice. When you tap it, you'll have something that looks like this. You can edit it to whichever type of length that you want it to be. Most people use the 20 moving average. 20 or 21, they're similar. It doesn't matter by a glitch. They're both the same. They're both very, very great and accurate. But they either use the 20 or 21 moving average. and they use the 200 moving average. There's other ones, 100 moving average. But in this example, we're going to use the 200 moving average, which I would like you to grab up. So over here, you would change your length to 200. You can choose which kind of style of color that you like. I always put it red because at the bottom, that's like, this is our support. You break this, it's red, we're in danger. Okay. You can choose whichever color you like. And yeah, once I've got that, I also, get it out, I'm not cutting it. Raw, fresh and organic like Tesco's or Walmart. And then I grab up another indicator and it's the 21 average for me. I think, or in this case, I'm using the 20. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter. They're both near enough the same thing. This is the yellow line. And I'll just show you how different it looks if you use the 20 against the 21. You're not seeing that much of a difference in the chart in the back. If you look here, you see, so they're both equally accurate. Let's just go with the 21. Why not? So these are the ones that I use, and I think you should grab them up. And I use the style color yellow. So what are we looking for? We're trying to look for something that's happened in the market in the past that can tell us what might happen in the future. And that's essentially why people use moving averages. And if you look back to 2018, let's use this whole area here as an example. We can see that, let's just go a bit further back. And this, again, this is on the weekly time frame. Change it to the week if you haven't already done so. We can see that Bitcoin was using this yellow line, which is the 21 moving average, as support. And take a look here. When did it use it as support? It used it as support when it finally broke it here after the last bear cycle. Look, down in the depths of the dark. And whoever was buying down here was buying like a boss. And they were making absolute insane gains back in 2016 when it pumped all through. Look at this massive pump. And you can see very clearly that the price was using it as support because it bounced. Look at the price. Came, bounced on the yellow line, bounced on the yellow line, bounced on the yellow line, bounced on the... It was jumping like a trampoline. You just backflip. Seat drop. You know as well, like if you use the trampoline... That's what this was doing. It was just bouncing off it like a boss. And this is why people use trend lines. Moving averages. I'll bring trend lines on another way. So essentially, it's like it's a moving average. And this is why people use it, because they can see exactly what's going on. And then, obviously, it had its top, and then it broke it. And look at how different it was when it broke it. It wasn't using it as support anymore. It started to use it as resistance. If you're liking this, drop that like so far. Trying to make it clean and simple. This, look, your mum can do this. I told you I could share this to my mum. Be like, Mummy, what is it? Mummy, are you reading charts now? No, I'm not chatting today. I don't need to chat to you. Oh. Okay, Mummy. My mum should be able to read this and not be confused when I tell her charts, not chat. She thinks I'm chatting. Anyway, so now it's holding it as resistance. Look, it broke, couldn't break above, had a little fake out. Look, it constantly held it as resistance in this 2018 bear cycle. It just couldn't break above it again. Eventually it fell down to this red line, which I'm going to bring up in a second, which you know is the 200 week, until it obviously broke again. And then, it kind of used it to have a nice little wave up, broke it again, and so forth. So that's what we use the 20 or 21 moving average for. It's powerful. Do not underestimate it. And if you use it on the weekly, you know exactly when to buy it. Because look at this. You could see here, as a fine example, look what happened when it broke here. Look, this was your perfect buy entry. If you was anyone that wanted to buy crypto before it pumped into a massive bull cycle, this was your signal right here. When this broke on the weekly, when it broke the 21 on the weekly, this yellow line, that was your signal to buy now. You had all this time, and if it's breaking it now, that's all I can say, because that was your chance. It gave you a signal. That's the time to buy before it breaks. It broke it. Look, we just rallied up. We had one obviously sharp drop because of the 19 event. And then look, it came back above again. It rode it like a boss. So this is what we look for with the 21. And just to prove my point, how powerful it is on the weekly time frame. Again here, look at what happened when it finally broke. We're looking at this segment here. It finally broke, and then look, we held it as support, we bounced off it. So this was it's like a signal saying, look, now's the time to maybe consider buying. Even here, like you could have bought here, fell out, but held support, buy again. So all this area here was a great time to buy. And it was, if you was buying, you would have loved to have bought Bitcoin at $230. I would have. Everyone would have. So, again, I'm just using the Bitcoin chart as an example for, and you can do this across any chart. The last one we used Sandbox. So what do they use the 200 week for? The 200 is significant, especially on the weekly time frame, because in the past, and you can see here, it's never broke support, meaning that it may have came down and held a few wicks underneath, but if this could extend out the red line, you would have seen that the price held support on the 200 week moving average. That's the red line. And you can see here, like 2018s, look, you see here, the candles, they're bouncing off it. It was powerful support, so damn powerful. We had never seen any price action below this at all. I mean, you saw wicks, look, wicks down here, but it came back above and, it held support around this area. And this is why it was such a shock to everyone's system now, because this time around it broke below. What does it mean? To me, it means it was the buy of a lifetime. This is a sell your house, sell your wife event. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the next week, in the next couple of days, because right now on the weekly time frame, it closes. Every Sunday, it's the last day. So on the Monday, it's going to print a new candle, right? So right now, this green candle is floating above this 200 week. We have been down there for months. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6, 7 months, and you've had all this time to accumulate and buy crypto whilst Bitcoin is underneath this. And this is why we've been watching it, and I've been watching it. I think it's very powerful and significant because it did not hold it as support when it did in the past. Buy an opportunity of a lifetime in my eyes. Had you been buying down here at 17K, it could be great. Many people think it's going to go lower, and you know what? It could very well go lower. Why? Because Bitcoin never saw retracement. I personally, I think that we have seen the bottom. I think 17K was the bottom. But anything can happen. We could see a whole rally come up to this yellow line and then collapse back down again. And, I'll explain that in a second. So, this is why people use the 200 week moving average, or they look at the 200 on the weekly time frame, because it does hold significant data for seeing what happened in the past, and you can see how it held it in the past as support. So, I suppose you're using the red line just for... Sorry about that, my bloody OBS studio software just cut me off. Where was I? I'm saying we've been using this red line as support for Bitcoin, and that's what we've been looking for to see if it holds relevant data in the past, and that's what we saw in the past. So going forward, what can we learn with these two indicators? Well, like I said to you, the yellow line, if the price action breaks it, holds it as resistance. And you can see here, look, it resisted, came up, it resisted here, had a little peek through, but fell back down. So what can we say? Well, this right here is a key moment, because if we can print a candle above this and it remains above this, Sunday, every Sunday is the last day of each month, each week. So it prints a new candle on the Monday. And if it prints a new candle above this, that's, to me, in my eyes, this is a great opportunity to be considering buying, because it could start to rally up. And I still believe that this may have been the bottom. If it goes lower, fine, because it can very well come right up to this yellow line. Like I said, held it as resistance here, been resisting here, just like where it held support in the past. It could come up to this yellow line, which is just an example, right? We're talking $31,000, and then get rejected and roll down again. But I don't know. We're going to have to, really look at this and keep an eye on it. Like I said, you guys can do this now because you have this. And I think you should definitely look into this and start learning how to read these charts. Clean and simple. I don't think I can make it any more clean and simple. In my last video, I showed you how to do these lines. If you want to do this line like what I just did, again, you hold ALT, you hover where you want to pull it, you hold ALT if you got Windows, and you tap the letter H. That's a horizontal line, just like that, yeah? So, and then it tells you like a price, $31,000 is what we'd be looking at if it comes up to this yellow line and gets rejected again. So that's basically how you use moving averages. These two are powerful. Make sure you play about with it. Come on, check it out. You can use different time frames, but if you're a long-term investor like me and you're looking for those big gains, use it on this weekly time frame. Or the monthly. I think right now, do not underestimate it, because like I said, we've never been this low before under the 200-week moving average, and this is a great opportunity. All this was like a sell your house, sell your wife event. It was so good to be buying down here. I think so. Just like it would have been good buying back, you know, right back here when we fell right down here, and same when we was right down here. So that's basically the simple tutorial on this. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please drop that like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. You know, if you was a Patreon of mine, you would have been seeing this ages ago, because my Patreons see these videos first. So they're prepared in advance. If you want to be prepared and learn these things nice and easy, become a Patreon. Get in early on most projects, because they also see what I'm buying. We're buying things right now that you can't see on YouTube at the time of recording this video, okay? So, you know, I got a few tiers, take your pick. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier, because this unlocks all my posts. You'll see when I'm buying, when I'm selling, when I'm staking, all that stuff. Chart analysis, the whole lot. If you want that a little bit more, I've got a CEO tier. I see people coming in. Welcome in. This gives you access to my VIP Telegram group. I talk to you in that group way before I buy, way before I sell. And we've got big money in this space that, you know, showing you great projects, teaching you great things, and they know how to make money as well. So I'm not saying any more on that. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.